Yo, what is up everybody? Jumpin here, and today I'm going to be starting a new series for The Witcher 2, Assassin of Kings, Enhanced Edition. Now, I actually bought this game for about $5. This is like a week after Destiny came out. It was on sale, and I didn't play it until recently, but once I played this game, I was like, holy shit, this is such a great game. And I know The Witcher 3 is going to be coming out sometime next year, so I'm super excited for that now, because this is definitely one of the best RPGs I've played in a long time. Alright, let's go ahead and get this started and kick some ass.
Come on, Sixes. Daddy needs you. Oh, shit. Ha! 20 orange to Grandad. Looky there. He's awake. You daft! Don't go in there! Shut it. He's in chains. Can't do a thing. Am I right, Master Geralt?
Fucking bitch.
Roll again! Why? The dice didn't roll! Calling me a cheat? Take it back. Look, he's awake again. Monster Slayer, my ass. A regular whoreson. I heard witches all start out as roadside orphans taken in by mages. Mages who experiment on them. Folks say they plough witches come the equinox. That's how they get those spooky eyes.
Enough! Take him down and put him in the interrogation room.
I thought you died.
I'm not so easy to kill. I don't believe we've been introduced. Vernon Roach.
Alrighty, so we're gonna start off by just saying very funny. You get a lot of dialogue options in this game, and what's really cool about this game is that depending on what you say, there's like potentially like a lot of consequences. So you have to kind of pick your options carefully. And in fact, I believe there's 16 or 17 different endings to the game, depending on what you choose throughout the game. It's real fucking crazy like that.
Fuck you.
Nasty. And after we've been through so much.
Same side of the barricade then, opposite sides of the table now.
You can change that.
You want me to sit on your lap?
Ves! Unshackle him. You will tell me everything you remember. The entire assault. And all that happened in the Solar.
And if I refuse?
I shall have to beat you. I've commanded the Special Forces for a while. Got good at beating others. You're a Witcher. You'd endure much.
You better believe it.
Worst case scenario, you'll suffer through it, go back to your cell, and tomorrow, they'll publicly gut you, skin you, and hang you.
Just like that? For nothing?
No. For Temeria.
Downright praiseworthy. Where should I start?
It was a long day. I wish to hear the important bits.
Alrighty, so at this point, it's up to you what you want to say, but basically you should start with the beginning, because there's certain things in like the prologue that you can get that if you skip any of it, really you might miss your opportunity. Like certain different abilities, like there's early game abilities you can get. I think the first one that actually matters is in the second option. And I believe there's one here too, but let's start with that morning.
Just so we're clear on this, I was not eager to go into battle, but Foltest is not someone you refuse. Stupid war. Could have been such a beautiful morning.
A war can never be stupid when waged by your king.
A wise war is a contradiction, Triss.
Then maybe you know just how I should advise our lustful monarch.
Stop falling in love, sire no further bastards, and don't wage stupid wars.
Genius. You know, these bastards could vie for the throne in the future? Then we'd have an even more senseless conflict.
Which doesn't change the fact that...
I know. Foltest and the other northern monarchs are neither the smartest nor the most refined, but they're kings, one of whom we serve.
And I'll see Foltest is summoned, protect him if need be. But once the castle falls, we leave.
Did you dream of the Wild Hunt again?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so the Wild Hunt. I'm not going to explain it yet because the game will explain it as we go along. But the name of the third game is going to be Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt. So, it's very important. Let's just put it that way. Alright, so right here, they actually highlighted for you. This is the one that actually matters, but the rest of this is just optional stuff that we can ask about.
One of the scouts swears he saw a dragon down by the river. Claims he ran into a Scoia'tael unit. That would have been it if the dragon hadn't swooped down. The elves apparently bowed in prayer and he escaped.
A dragon? In the midst of civilization? Oh, please. Besides, does it matter? Witchers don't hunt dragons. Or has something changed?
Nothing's changed. And you're right. It's probably not a dragon. Although it could be a forktail or a slizzard. Maybe even an overgrown wyvern.
The scout ran into some elves and scurried away. That's how that story begins and ends.
The unlucky assassin? How did the autopsy go?
It was a nightmare. In the months since you killed him, the king's medics poked around in his corpse like a bunch of amateurs. What arrived in that cart? Well, I wouldn't even call it a corpse.
Foltest has some trust issues. Did you learn anything?
His pupil suggested he could probably see in the dark as well as you. I couldn't put an age on him.
The killer snuck past all the guards and nearly killed Foltest and me a month ago. And now you tell me he was a witcher?
Possibly. I'm just saying what the autopsy showed. I haven't told anyone, nor do I plan to. I know what it could do to you if it got out. You might be a savior, a king's witcher now, but masters can be as fickle as the colts they ride.
I get the feeling that dream's important. Running frantically through the forest. The wild hunt. They're the last things I remember. I wake up and try to relive the dream and the memory, hoping I'll find some guidance. Some clue to grab onto. Something that'll help me recover my memory.
Dreams can be very powerful. Some people claim they can even shape reality.
People claim a lot of things. The problem is, it's often nonsense.
We'll know in time. I'm sure of it.
All right. Time to look to the lustful king and his stupid war.
I'll join you later.
Alrighty, so now we can actually search the room real quick. Now here's our money right here, orens. But if you actually click in the left stick, you can scan the area. It's really fucking useful, and it's something you're going to be doing all the time if you do decide to pick up this game and try it out. If you've never played The Witcher, I do recommend this game highly. Like, it is a very good game. I think right now it's like 20 bucks or 30 bucks to actually buy. Like I said, I got it on sale, so sorry about that because I know it's not on sale anymore. I wish I would have picked this up when it was on sale and started making videos about it right away, because this is a game that is just awesome. Alright, now the first ability you can get is right over here. If you actually just hop in this fire. And this is on dark mode, by the way, which is the highest difficulty. This game's combat system definitely reminds me of Dark Souls, which is probably one of the reasons why I like this game so much. And dark difficulty is hard as fuck. Like, you will be 4-shot it normally, and that's from the front, and 2-shot it in the back. At least in the early parts of the game. As we go and we get further, the game will become easier. Especially if you follow my little guide. Alrighty, before we talk to these guys, let's go ahead and scan this area. And you can basically grab everything you can find. All these people are talking, so... yeah, sometimes you can find those places of power, and they can be like little buffs, but it's really whatever. Go and grab this stuff. Pick this up. See how it highlights you after you scan the area? Let's go ahead and highlight again. Make sure we're not missing anything. Alright, so now we can talk to these fools. This is actually really important to talk to these guys right here.
We know each other?
Don't recognize your old mates. We're the Crinfrid Reavers.
I lost my memory.
As did Boholt. After the hunt for the Golden Dragon, he took a spill and hit his head on a rock. He can still be a beast in battle, but besides that, he don't do much save eat and shit. Rarely even lusts after women.
I doubt that's amnesia.
I'm Kenneth, and this one here they call Desperate, and this is New Boy. He's, apprenticing with us, like. Haven't had much luck with the monsters of late, so we enlisted. Now New Boy's gotten himself into this wager situation. Would you help us for old time's sake? I mean, we all got a little riled, but those are bygones, as I see it.
We'd have set you free. The sorceress, too. Boholt was just fooling about the raping and all.
Now, here's the thing, is that these guys I'm pretty sure are from the first game. So if you played the first game, you would probably recognize these guys. I didn't play the first game, so I don't really recognize them, but just from the dialogue, you can tell that they are more than likely from the first game. But that's my guess. I'm not 100% on that.
What rape?
Shut your trap, Desperate! The Witcher don't remember. Waste of words to remind him. We're old mates, that's that.
So you'd have raped this old mate?
Just the sorceress. You were there to kill the dragon, the sorceress too. The peasants wanted at it, everyone did. But there was only one prize, and we argued. There was some commotion, a regular rumble in fact. We tied you up like hogs, meaning you and the sorceress, and went after the beast. But that dragon thrashed us so hard, we spent the next half-year licking our wounds. And you done freed yourselves of your bonds.
Who was the sorceress?
Raven-haired she was. Remember her name, Desperate?
Conifer or some such. So, willing to help some old friends, Witcher?
What kind of trouble are you in now?
It's a matter of life, death, and quite a bit of coin in point of fact. New Boy bet tonight that he'll survive the assault in his shirt and knickers alone. We drunk a bit by then, I admit, but a wager's a wager. Our honor's at stake.
A soldier's honor versus a knight's. I think I get it.
The very core of the matter, Witcher. We're slated to go in the first wave, so the going's liable to be hard. New boy's brave, but he can't survive by courage alone. In any case, we've come into this bauble that's supposed to protect him, magically like. You mind casting an expert's glance at it, seeing as sorcery and such is not strange to you?
Let me see this bauble.
Your wolf medallion, I saw it shake.
It reacts to magic.
So it's true, what the priest said. Hear that, new boy? You'll be safe. We'll fleece that night, we will.
Alright, so let's ask, where did they get this?
Where did you get this talisman?
We came by it, let's say. We were on patrol, see, and ran into a couple of novice priestesses praying at this shrine. They were nice, smiling and all.
We don't wanted to take them two on patrol. Ho ho ho! But
Shut it! Boalt had one of his rare moments of clairvoyance, went rummaging in the shrine and found the amulet.
who knows what goes on in that head of his? But every now and then he wakes up as good old Boholt.
Aye, he still cuts them down with a single wallop. In any case, we took the amulet and went off to find the rest of the patrol. Oh, the wonders we saw. First, ran into some squirrels, vicious ones, arrows flying everywhere, but we came through untouched. Barely 3 of the others still standing when a dragon swooped down, the elves fell to their knees, and we all legged it. The amulet's magic for certain.
Though it failed to protect the shrine from your patrolling.
Aye, true. Well, now we don't know what to think.
Alright, so here's the thing, is that you want to actually get this amulet. So you don't want to say that it can help because they'll keep it. What you want to say is this one right here.
Who knows? Maybe the amulet is unlucky. Maybe it draws trouble. I doubt you left the shrine untouched. Then the Scoia'tael, the dragon.
I told you as much. We need to get the boys some plate.
Wait a minute. We owe the Witcher some thanks.
But we're broke as shit peddlers.
Fancy the amulet, Witcher. It might draw trouble, be cursed in some way. But you might lift the curse. Sell it off.
Alrighty.
I'll take it.
It's all yours.
Witcher, you available for normal business still? Willing to hunt monsters?
Yeah, I'm willing. Why do you ask?
Well, 'cause we were out with those scouts that saw the dragon. No one believes us, but
The sound in the assembly. That's us. But we'll find you after the battle, Witcher.
Wait.
Farewell.
Alrighty, so that is a side quest that we can do. Now, in the early parts of this side quest, this amulet is actually cursed, so I believe we can look at it real quick. Yeah, here it is right here. And it makes it so that you have minus 10% armor. So yeah, that's kind of a bad thing in the early parts of the game, but trust me, later on it becomes worth it. Alright, let's go ahead and pick up all this stuff. You always kind of want to run around and look for stuff. If we come over here, we can do the same thing, and we can actually arm wrestle somebody too. I don't think we get anything for doing it. Make a little bit of money maybe, but that's about it. Let's actually arm wrestle them just to talk about it a little bit, because you're gonna have to arm wrestle people throughout the game. There's a lot of little like mini games. You have dice poker, which is basically like poker, but it's with dice. I kind of hate it because you need to constantly save your game, and you can lose it really easily. I don't know. I don't really understand dice poker all that much. I like real poker, but the dice shit makes it kind of annoying.
Greetings. Can I interest you in a worthy cause? We could use your support.
What's the cause?
A veterans fund for former fighting men of need.
Uh-huh. Found anyone gullible enough to fall for that?
There's nothing to fall for. It's just some arm wrestling.
Arm wrestling?
Yeah, why? You put down some coin and we wrestle. Win and the pot is yours. Lose and... well, the coin goes to the fund. Care to test your strength?
Yeah, whatever you say. Yeah, you can only bet 2. That's pretty lame. Well, let's beat him anyway. Basically, arm wrestling's easy, and fist fighting's easy too, but... Because all you gotta do is, when it starts off, you need to kind of scroll over to, like, the left, and it starts moving to the right, and you just need to keep it in the circle. So as long as you're paying attention to it and you slightly adjust this, you should be fine, and you should win no problem.
Well, that's some strength you've got in that arm of yours.
Alright, so that's that. I mean, it's really kind of worthless to do that. But I didn't want to fuck anything up, so we needed to do it anyway. Alright, let's go ahead and pick this stuff up. Now, I will be dying throughout this playthrough. There's no question of that. This game is definitely fucking hard, especially when you play it on dark mode. But, if you understand, like, certain basic mechanics, you should be alright. Alright, we need to go meet with the king.
A beautiful day for battle. Fear not, Excellency, we're out of range of their arbalists.
I am no warrior, sire. I must admit, I prefer to joust verbally, or with a pen.
Finally! Traitors of the realm boil tar on the walls while you dally with the royal advisor.
How may I assist you, sire?
We mount an assault today, and you'll be at my side. Follow me, gentlemen. Let's not keep the traitors waiting.
Sire, you said we were out of range.
That was a ballista, Excellency. Its arms strengthened with bronze plates and strung with horsehair. It can propel heavy bolts up to a mile away. A deadly and very costly weapon. An experienced crew can cock and release 2 bolts each minute. Yet it has one flaw.
Your Grace, please take cover.
The recoil of the arms is so strong upon firing that the weapon shifts. It simply cannot hit the same spot twice.
I had no idea Your Grace was a learned military engineer.
I'm not. I gave the Baroness those ballistae 2 years ago for her birthday.
Sire?
What say you, Excellency, of men who live in spite of such wounds?
And what say you, Your Grace, of soldiers who inflict them?
Those who did this live no more.
God damn.
Master Geralt, I wish to converse with you once the storm of battle has subsided.
Forgive me, Excellency, but I plan to leave the royal court as soon as possible.
Might I know why?
Too often they take me for someone I'm not.
What do they call you, soldier? Wait. You served with me at Brenneran during our foray into the Pontar Valley. Norman Sador. Still an arbalist?
Yes, sir. Fight has not been kind to me.
Ha! Norman Sador, for your years of faithful service to the Crown, I appoint you Decurion of the Arbalists. Onwards, gentlemen. No reason to dawdle.
Decurion of the Arbalists.
You're the one who crushed Salamandra.
Alrighty.
Forgive my candor, Your Majesty, but I must ask, what fate awaits the royal bastards when...
They're my children. If I hear bastard one more time, someone will die. Painfully.
Your Grace, forgive me. But the laws of succession are irrefutably clear.
Piss on the laws. I'll change them if need be. Above all, I'll not allow a band of treacherous barons to use my children as their banner.
Your Majesty is entirely within his rights.
Ada is dead, and I have no other children.
I see.
This conversation is over, Excellency. Please retire to your tent. Black One's in my camp before a battle. What has the world come to? Nothing would make me happier than returning his shriveled head to Emir in a sack. But Triss Merigold insisted I be patient and courteous. Was I?
I couldn't have handled it better myself.
Ha! I always knew you were one of us. And bugger what folks say. They talked about Ada no end. Have you learned anything about the assassin?
Triss did an autopsy. It's possible he was a witcher.
A witcher? What have I ever done to the ploughing witchers? Anything more?
He had no medallion, but that doesn't mean anything.
Many in your shoes would have withheld that information. After the battle, Triss will report to me. For now, let us tend to the traitors. Where are you aiming, imbeciles? Soldier! Spyglass! What is going on up there? The gods count at you, Valette! Catch, Witcher. Aim for the rogue with the red plume. Not 6 months ago, he swore eternal friendship to me. Quickly! How much higher?
Alrighty, so this right here is a secret achievement. You need to hit this guy. And it's real easy. All you gotta do is just put the crosshairs right where he's at. As long as you're aiming, like, at the wooden place, that's really all that matters.
1.5 degrees.
Did we hit the bastard?
He's down.
Ha! One less traitor. Time to attack. Follow me, Witcher!
Alrighty, let's do this. We have to climb up this tower.
You know, Witcher, I'm prepared to forgive Louisa. All she need do is to kneel before her king.
Very noble of you.
Are you mocking me? Never mind. I'm certain Louisa will realize her mistakes. Besides, children should have a mother.
I'm lost.
It's quite simple. Louisa and I had a bit of a tiff. She made demands I could not fulfill. Understand?
I think so.
Count Etcheverry and others immediately intervened, all noble, all sympathetic. They claimed the evil king would take her children, but they would protect them, even place them on the throne. And the Baroness was duped, her motherly love used. In truth, they desire privileges that would weaken the throne.
Now this opening scene is very cinematic, so it's not much room for me to commentate, but trust me, in the next part there's going to be a lot of action, and it's going to be a lot of commentating. Because then I have to talk about the damn combat. Look at that shit. That's awesome. I love this part too. This part's so sick.
Look alive, men!
Hail to the king!
Where the hell are we headed?
To battle!
What the fuck do we want?
Victory!
This I like!
Time to kick some fucking ass.
Eyes on the bridge! We're nearly there! Weapons at the ready!